Hi everyone, and welcome back to your Summer Sculpt series. My name is Tish if you're new here, and I am a Pilates and strength coach, and I'm so happy that you're here. For today's flow, we are going to be doing a glutes and core focused workout. So you are going to need your dumbbells. I have my medium to heavy weights here. Again, when it comes to weights, take what you need. It's all about staying in tune with how your body feels. We also have our Pilates ball as well. If anything feels off with any of the equipment, do everything body weight, take it away, stay in tune with how you feel, form over everything, take any modifications or progressions. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take it standing to the back of your mat, starting in our warm-up. Feet are going to be hip width apart, going for nice big breathing here. Drop the hands down to the mat as you come down into that squat. Inhale. Exhale, draw everything back down. Inhale and exhale. Last two. Last one, holding it at the top. Grab your left wrist, reach up and over towards that right side, getting a nice side bend stretch. For 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, switch, grab that right wrist with that left hand, reach up and over towards that left side. For 3, coming back to center in 2. In 1, beautiful. Slowly forward folding with your chest, bringing your hands down to the mat, soft bend in your knees. Slowly walk the hands out into that tall plank position right here. Holding this here for 3, for 2, pike those hips up towards the ceiling in 1. Pike those hips up. Beautiful. Let's pedal out the feet, dropping that right heel back through center, and pedaling it out, that left. And just alternate each side. If you want to stay on one side a little bit longer, take what you need. Draw that chest closer to your thighs for even bigger of a stretch. For 3. Both heels on the mat in 2. Beautiful. In 1. Both heels on the mat. Lift up that right leg into that 3-legged dog. Swing and sweep that right leg towards the middle of your hands, going into that world's greatest stretch. From here, open up to that right side and drop it and thread it through towards that left. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. Beautiful. 1 more. And thread it through. Place that right hand back onto that mat. Swing that right foot back to your mat. Pike those hips up. Holding this here. Lifting up that left leg into that 3-legged dog. Swinging and sweeping that left leg through towards the middle of your hands. Holding it here. World's greatest stretch. Open up. Inhale. Exhale. Thread it through towards that right side. Last one. Left hand comes back to that mat. Swing that left leg back to your mat and holding this here for 3. Dropping to those knees in 2. And 1. Beautiful. Drop to those knees right here. Going into our cat-cow. Inhale. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Belly button into spine. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Meet me in that neutral spine right here. Point the toes together, spread the knees apart, sit back into your hips. Child's pose, holding this here. Getting a nice stretch in that low back. in the hips. And 1. All right, swing the feet around towards the front of your mat. Grab your Pilates ball and grab one heavy weight. Let's place that weight towards the right side of your mat. Let's go into our core. Starting in our roll up, sitting up nice and tall. Your feet are flexed up, toes are up towards the ceiling. Ball is right in front of your chest. From here, slowly rolling down, one vertebrae at a time, coming through your core, your spine, and not your chest. Lower back touching first, mid back, chest, shoulders. Slowly bring the arms overhead, biceps by the ears, and slowly roll. Coming back up, sit up nice and tall. Reach forward for those toes. Sit up nice and tall, and slowly lower back down into that roll up. Beautiful, almost there. One more roll up. Sit up nice and tall. Reach forward for the toes. Sit up nice and tall. Going into our half roll up. So slowly lowering down, slow and controlled, coming halfway in that roll up and coming all the way back up. Inhale, exhale, and lift. Just warming up our core here. In 3. Last 2. Last one, hold that half roll up right here. From here, just bring the ball overhead, bring it back to your center. Just isolating it right here. For 4. If it's too much, you can always bend the knees. Last 2. Last one, bring the ball to the center of your chest, holding it here. Slowly roll everything down. Beautiful. Going into our full teaser. Inhale through the nose, exhale. As you roll up, draw both legs into tabletop, or you can bring both legs into that full leg extension, holding it at the top before you slowly lower everything, coming back down. Inhale, exhale, lift it through. Hold it at the top, chest nice and tall. Lower everything, coming back down. Really working on your form here. Beautiful. Last 3. 2. Last one, meet me at the top of this movement, holding this here for 5. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll everything back down. Beautiful. Rock the feet, rock the legs and knees side to side. Amazing. Okay, let's get into our next block. Place that ball underneath your left foot. Grab that weight. From here, we're going to an off stance bridging, extending through that left leg. So let's place that weight into the right hip groove, holding it with your right hand. This is going to give you that extra resistance. Again, take what you need. You don't need it, it's totally fine. Left hand to the outside of that mat. From here, take a nice big inhale. Exhale as you roll one vertebrae up at a time. Slowly lower everything back down. This is our first foundation exercise before we add on our layers. Beautiful. Last three. Last one. Hold it at the top. From here, extend that left leg long into that hamstring curl. Pull everything back in, lower the hips back down. So just adding that hamstring curl. Hold the hips up high, extend it out, pull back in, and lower. Beautiful. Halfway. Last two. Last one. Hold the hips up nice and high. Extend that left leg long and pull it back in. Keep the hips up the whole time. We're just isolating that hamstring curl. Beautiful. Draw the hips up a little bit higher for 5. Into. Pull that leg curl in 1. Hold it here at the top. Just pulse the hips up for 10. Good. Last 5. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lower down. Drop that weight towards the right side of your mat. Reset. Place that left foot on that ball. Keep it there. Hands come behind the head. We're going into our core portion now. Inhale through your nose. Exhale as you lift up that chest. Bring that right leg into tabletop as you extend that left leg. We've been here before, so we're adding on a bit new layers here. And then lower everything back down. Inhale, exhale. Chin away from the chest, really lift up through that core. Last 2. Last one, hold it at the top, holding it right here, not dropping the chest, just pulling in that leg, extending that right leg, and lifting everything back through. Opposite sides, extending that right leg, pulling it in, and then extending that left. Beautiful. In 3, adding that rotation, in 2, beautiful. In 1, stay lifted, holding that right leg in tabletop. Rotate that left elbow towards right knee, and then lower everything back, right leg extended. Rotate left elbow, right knee, left leg extends, and then switch and lower. Beautiful. In 3. Last 2. In 1, hold that rotation, holding it here. Now we're rotating through that right elbow. Try and reach far towards that left knee. Back through center and rotate through that opposite knee. So adding in that crisscross. In 5. Last 3. In 2. And last 1. Beautiful. Come back through center. Rock side to side. Amazing. Doing everything on the other side. So let's grab that weight, everything through on that other side. The Pilates ball will be going under your right foot now. The weight is going to sit in that left hip groove. Again, take what you need. If the weight is too much, you can always take it away. Right hand to the outside of the mat, going into that offset bridging. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you roll up one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze the glutes at the top, and then lower back down. Beautiful. Last 3. In 1, hold the hips up nice and high. Add that leg curl, leg extension of that right leg. Pull everything back in and then lower back down. Inhale, bridge up, extend that right leg long. Pull everything back in and lower. Last 2. Last one, hold everything up nice and high. Just isolating that leg extension of that right leg and pull everything back in. Lift up a little bit higher through your hips for 5. In 2. In 1, hold that leg curl in, holding it at the top, small pulses of the hips for 10. Beautiful. Stay up, you got this. For 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down one vertebrae at a time. Place that weight off to the left side of you. Going into our core, you guys got this. We've been through this. Hands behind the head. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you extend that right leg long. Left leg comes to tabletop as you go into that ab curl. And then lower everything back down. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Last 3. In 1, hold everything lifted at the top, holding up that ab curl, just extending the legs. Left leg extends. Left leg back to tabletop as the right leg extends. Just staying here. Stay with me, you got this. Lift up a little bit higher, neck, chest, shoulders. For 3. Adding that rotation just towards that left knee. In 2. In 1, left leg into tabletop. Rotate right elbow to left knee. Come back through center. Inhale and rotate. In 3. Beautiful. Meet me knee to elbow in that rotation. In 2. In 1, holding this right here. Come back through center. Rotate towards that left elbow, right knee. Come back through center and switch to the other side. Just adding in that crisscross. For 5. In 3. You got this. Lift through that chest, lift through that shoulder. In 2. Last one, right here. Knees to chest. Beautiful. Rock side to side. Take that Pilates ball away, slowly roll up like a ball. We're going into our side lying and quadruped series, so coming onto all fours. Let's place that Pilates ball behind your left knee. Now, the biggest thing here, when that ball is behind your left knee, you're really flexing through that left foot and squeezing that ball against your left hamstring. Now, coming onto all fours here, hands directly over the shoulders, no arch in the back, lift up through, belly button into spine. Now, when you're on all fours, push that ground away from you. Gaze is at the front of your mat, flexing through that left foot, going into that fire hydrant. So lifting that left knee out towards the outside of your left side of your mat, knee stays in line with the hip, and lower back down. Inhale and exhale. We will add in a little bit of core here, but just working on our glutes. Adding on in 3. Last one, fire hydrant out, come back through center, and glute kick that left leg up towards the ceiling. Flex through that left foot, squeeze that Pilates ball, come back through center, back into that fire hydrant, and kick it up. Beautiful. Take your time. In 3. Last 2. One more fire hydrant. Just going into that glute kick. So taking away that fire hydrant, just isolating that glute kick up and back down. In 3, 2, in 1. Hold that glute kick up, just pulse it up and up for 10. Beautiful. 5, lower back down in 3, 2, 1. Lower everything, coming back down. Tuck your right toes underneath you, adding in a bit of core here. From here, draw that left knee in towards your chest as you extend that right leg long. From here, lower everything back down into that glute kick. Inhale, exhale, lift it through, and lower it back down. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, and back. If it's too much with that back leg extended, you can just stay in that glute kick and drive that left knee in towards your chest while keeping that right knee down. But you guys are strong, you're ready, so stay with me for 3. In 2. Last one, hold that left knee in towards your chest. Small pulses in for 8. Beautiful. In 5, in 4, 3, drop to that right knee in 2, and 1, drop to that right knee. Beautiful. Meet me on that right side of your body. That Pilates ball is still behind that left leg, going into our side series. Now, when you are lying on your right side, your elbow is in line with your shoulder. You're not sinking through that right side. Take your left hand, wrap it around your right side of your body, and lift yourself through away from that ground. Get yourself positioned, flex through that foot because you still have that Pilates ball. Left hand on your hip or right in front of your chest if you need a little bit more support. Inhale through your nose. Exhale as you go into that 90-90 clamshell. Pull it away. So we are disconnecting the feet. Lower everything, coming back down. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, lift it through, and down. Keep that constant tension. You don't have to lift up that left leg too high. Last 3. Last 1. Lower back down. Next time we pull the legs apart, we're going into that hip thrust through the hips. So pull the left leg apart as you thrust the hips up, driving through that right side of your body, and then lower down. If that's too much, you can just stay in that clamshell and not lift away. Beautiful. Good. Push the hips forward. Really drive through the hips. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it at the top right here. Sweep that left leg forward in line with your hip. Pull it back to your starting position in line with the hip. Bring it back. Good. Just going for the side sweep. Stay lifted. If it's too much, lower back down on that right hip. You got this. Stay strong. For 8. Good. 3. You got this. Last 2. Last 1. Hold that left leg back behind you. Small pulses up and down for 10. Stay with me. Lift up a little bit higher for 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Grab that Pilates ball. Meet me on your back. Just shake it out. Rock the hips side to side. Everything is going to be done on the other side now. You guys are doing amazing. All right, let's take it to the other side. So going back to all fours, place that Pilates ball behind your right knee now. We've been here before, like I said, so if anything fell off, take it away. Everything can be done without it. If you did not use the Pilates ball the first time around, maybe challenge yourself here just a little bit. Going into our fire hydrants, again, hands over the shoulders, in line with the hips, no arch in the back, belly button to spine, gaze is at the front of your mat. Flexing that right foot. Inhale through the nose, draw it up into that fire hydrant. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale and exhale. Now, when you're here, make sure you're not leaning too far towards your left side. Really think of really centering your body. Beautiful. Last 3 before we add on. Last 1. Fire hydrant it out, bring it back to your center, and glute kick it up. Next layer. In 3. 2. In 1, taking away that fire hydrant and isolating just that glute kick. Down and up. Make sure you're not sinking through your shoulders. Push that ground away from you. Last 5. In 2. Holding that glute kick up. In 1, hold at the top here. Small pulses up and up for 10. You got this. and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower everything back down. Tuck your left toes underneath you. From here, draw that right knee in towards your chest as you extend that left leg long. Drop to that left knee, back into that glute kick, swing that right leg. Draw everything in, and lower back down. Last 3, and 2. Last one, hold that right knee into your chest, just pulse for 10. Good. Last 5, stay up, and 3, 2, 1. Drop to that left knee. Beautiful. Meet me on your left side. You guys are doing phenomenal. Amazing work. Your left elbow in line with the shoulder, shoulder in line with the elbow. Right hand, place it underneath your left side and lift up through. Again, hand can be on the hip or right in front. Flex that right foot. From here, going into the 90-90 open of that hip, and then lower down. Now, when you're here, really make sure you're not rotating through, meaning rotating your right hip all the way open. Really keep your hips nice and neutral and try not to open them out and rotate them. Adding on in 2. In 1, lower down. Next time you pull that right leg apart, pull and open up the hips, push into that hip thrust, and then lower everything back down. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Last 2. Last one, hold it at the top right here. Sweep that right leg forward, right knee in line with that right hip. Push everything back to your starting position. Just sweeping that right leg forward and sweeping it back. Beautiful. Stay lifted through your left side or drop to that left hip, whatever is comfortable for you. Take what you need. Last 4. And 2. Last one, hold that right leg back behind you. Hold that back sweep and pulse that right knee up and down for 8. 4. Last 3, you got this. 2. And 1, lower everything back down. Take that Pilates ball away. Meet me on your back and just stretch out the hips and that low back. Amazing job. Rock up into your standing position. We are going into our standing series. Let's place that Pilates ball underneath your left leg. Let's grab your weights. I have my medium weights right here. Everything can be done without it, so take what you need. Going into our squat series, the Pilates ball is underneath your left heel. So you want to pop up that left heel on that ball for support. If not, just place that whole left foot on that ground. Now the weights are going to be in both hands. Relax the shoulders, pull the shoulders back. From here, going into our off-stand squat. Sitting back into our hips, lowering down, and coming back up nice and tall. Beautiful. Lower down, and lift it back up. Amazing. Last two. Last one. Good. Next time you lower down into that squat, lift up that right heel, calf raise, lower that right heel down, and then stand it back up. Beautiful. Lower down, lift it up, back down, and up nice and tall. Good. Lift up that right side, lower and up. Last two. Last one, lift up that right heel, lower down, come back up nice and tall. Beautiful. Next time you come down, hold that squat here. Side step that right foot out, bring it back to your starting position. Just isolating that side step. Beautiful. You should feel that left quad, left glute, hamstring. You got this. Stay with me. In 5. Good. Last 2. Beautiful. Last one, step it out. Back in. Stand up nice and tall. Whew. Oh my gosh, reset. Grab and drop those weights down. Then grab behind your head. From here, we're going into our good mornings, isolating our hamstrings right here. From here, we are bending from our hips and not our knees. We're gonna have a soft bend in our knees. Inhale through the nose, exhale as you hinge and bend from the hips, getting a nice stretch in that hamstring. Come back up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, and back up. Getting a nice stretch in that right hamstring right here. Last 3. Adding on in 2. In 1, coming up nice and tall, adding a bit more of a dynamic movement, bending from the hips, holding this position here. Extend the arms overhead as you roll that Pilates ball towards the back of your mat onto your left foot. Hands come back behind the head as you bring it back to your starting position. Come up nice and tall. Bend from the hips, holding it here. Extend that left leg back, reach the arms overhead, back through center, and lift. Ooh, spicy. You got this, stay with me. Last 2. Last 1. Hold that left leg back behind you. Just hold this here. Small pulses up and down through that right leg. Feeling it in that right glute. For 8. Good, you got this. Last 5. In 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Whew. Oh my gosh. Amazing work. That is killer. All right, shake it out. We are about to do everything on the other side. So the Pilates ball is going to be underneath that right heel now, grabbing the weights again. Get some water, cool off for a second if you need to. We are going right into it. If the weights were too much, take it away. Everything can be done without it. Just going into that regular squat. Inhale, exhale, drop it down. Weight in that heel, Pilates ball underneath that right heel. Beautiful. Got this. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Standing up nice and tall. Drop down into that squat. Lift up that left heel. Lower down and come back up. Beautiful. Last 3. And 1. One more heel raise. Stand up nice and tall. Next time you lower down, hold it here. Isolating that side step out of that left foot. Out and back in. Step it out towards the left side, outside of your mat and in. Beautiful. You got this. Stay nice and low. Get a little bit lower. You got this. In 5. Good. Last 2. And 1. Come back up through center. Beautiful. Drop the weights. Hands are going to come behind the head. Beautiful. Last bit right here. Inhale. Exhale. Soft bend in the knees. Remember, we're bending through our hips. Good. Big stretch in that left hamstring. Pull back up. Adding on in 3. Last 2. 1 more good morning. Come up nice and tall. Next time, hinge from the hips. Hold this here. Extend the arms overhead. As you extend that right leg long with that Pilates ball, pull everything back through center and come back up. Beautiful. Bend from the hips. Extend it long. Pull back in and up. Beautiful, almost there. Last 2. Last 1, hinge from the hips. Extend that right leg long. Holding here, just small pulses up and down of that left leg, up and down. Small pulses for 8. You got this. 5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Pull back through center. Whew. Moving on. Great job here. We are done with our standing series. Let's take it and finish off with our core. So grab your Pilates ball. Again, we're going into our core finisher. Both legs are going to be up towards the ceiling. Place that Pilates ball on your shins. Back is on that mat, toes pointed. Hands are pressing down on that Pilates ball. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you roll the ball up towards your toes, lifting up neck, chest, shoulders, and then lower back down. Inhale. And lower. Beautiful. Halfway. Last one, roll it all the way up and lower back down. Grab that Pilates ball with both of your hands. From here, lower the legs down a few inches off the mat as you extend the arms overhead. Biceps close to your ears. Pull everything together, crunch up through. Place that Pilates ball between your legs and then lower back down, going into that ball pass through. Lift up and grab and lower. And 3. Ball comes to hands in 2. Beautiful. In 1, ball comes to hand, holding everything through, holding this here, scissoring out the legs for 8. Good. 5, knees to chest, lower down, in 2. And 1, knees to chest, lower down. Amazing. Finishing off here with a double leg stretch. Peel up, neck, chest, shoulders, going into that ball. Pilates ball comes over shin. Inhale, exhale, extend it long, and pull back in. Good, you got this. Last 5. 3, hollow hold in 2. Everything extended in 1, hold for 10. Good, chin away from the chest, 8. Last 5. In 3, 2, 1, knees to chest. Beautiful. Place that Pilates ball to the side. Rock the knees in and rock side to side. Beautiful. Place both feet on the ground. Cross that right leg over your left thigh. Drop that right foot onto the floor, holding this here, getting a nice rotation to that right side. Come back through center. Slowly unravel. Left leg over that right thigh. Slowly drop that left foot to meet that right side. Get a nice stretch in that left side. Slowly come back through center. Extend both legs nice and long. Extend that right leg up towards the ceiling to get a nice hamstring stretch. Grab behind that knee or grab that calf. Take what you need. Slowly lower that right leg down. Lift up through that left side. Slowly bring that right leg up to meet that left. Grab behind both legs, flex and point the toes. Bring both knees into the chest. Slowly roll up like a ball. Meet me on all fours. Going into our pigeon stretch. Bring that right knee in towards the front of your mat. You can stay here, or to get more of a stretch, drop down to your forearms. Slowly lift yourself up. Swing that right leg behind you. Sweep that left leg forward. And getting a nice stretch. Slowly lift back up, come through center. Meet me in a crisscross seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. Finishing off right here, take a nice big inhale through the nose as you bring the arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, release everything. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale. Hands meet at the top. Exhale, bring it down to your heart center. Hold it here. Thank yourself today for moving through challenge, pushing yourself, and most importantly, honoring your body. Clap it up. I am so proud of you for making it through week 2 of the Summer Sculpt series. This was a spicy one. You guys did phenomenal, but you are getting stronger, and I'm so excited to see how you progress in the weeks to come. So with that being said, next Summer Sculpt series will be dropping on Monday, and it's gonna be another good one. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know how you liked this workout down below. I would love to hear your feedback. And again, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you in the next one, and I will see you then. Bye, guys.